today we have a very special day. Very special day. It's called the Day of Orthodoxy. So in the chapel we had a beautiful conversation with the kids. And we decided that Father Anthony is not a saint, but the children can become saints. It's very easy for them because they are pliable, they are pure, they are kind, except I heard some little rumors that some kids were not too kind today, but that's okay. They promised they will be very kind after this. So, today is the Sunday of Orthodoxy, which means that we proved or we told the world that it's okay to make the icons of the saints. Because in Judaism, in Israel, it was forbidden to make images of anything and worship it. And some people confuse the worship with veneration. Danielle asked me downstairs on Friday, what is veneration, Father? Well, the kids, veneration is when we pay our deepest respect to someone. We venerate the icons, but we only worship God. Okay? Worship means to bow down all the way to the ground and kiss the ground, because whoever is on that ground is holy and makes that ground holy. That's what God told Moses, said to him, take your shoes off because the ground that you stand is holy because God is on it. When Christ was transfigured, his disciples fell on their heads because of the glory of God. So today what we decided to learn in the chapel is that the icons are the icons of the saints, and all the saints are the icons of Christ. That's why we make their icons. So it's okay to worship Christ, right? And all the saints are the image of who? Of Christ. Very good. Of Christ. And we also are the image of Christ. We are the image of Christ. Ella has here Saint Elizabeth of Russia, and Saint Elizabeth is also the image of Christ. So Theodore is the image of Christ, Elizabeth is the image of Christ, Louis is the image of Christ, Catherine is the image of Christ, Katerina is the image of Christ, and Saint Elizabeth is the image of Christ. But Katerina asked me in the church, how can we only do good things? Because that's the only way that we can become Saint Theodore, Saint Louis, Saint Catherine from who we are today. Maybe there's a chance for Saint Anthony too. There's a bunch of them, but one more wouldn't bother, right? We have one more. So what do we have to do is good things. So I told the 3-4 kids that were in the chapel a little cartoon story that I watched when I was a kid. This was about a little rabbit. The little rabbit was always what?
Mean.
Always mean. Catherine remembers. The little rabbit was always mean, and he went around and hurt people. Not people, sorry. He couldn't hurt people. The little animals.
And then a bear came.
And then the bear came. And the bear was wise bear. And the bear told the rabbit, Rabbit, enough of this meanness. You need to change. You need to become better. So the rabbit says, I don't think I can do that. I can't change. What am I supposed to do? So the bear had a solution. What was the solution?
It was the bear gave the rabbit a bag, and then he has to fill it up with stone, and then if he bees really good, he fills it up.
Very good. Katerina remembers. So the bear gave a bag to the rabbit and said, every time you do one good thing, you take one pebble and put in a bag. And every time you do something mean, you take one pebble out of the bag. And the rabbit said, there will be never pebbles in my bag. Well, the bear says, then you have to try harder. And the rabbit went and took it and went. And then when he was trying to be mean, he remembered what the bear said and said, no, I can't be bad. And he did something good and put a pebble and a pebble and a pebble.
Until
one day he had a fight and he threw one piece of wood at one of those head.
So one time or couple times he was still mean. He took some pebbles out. But eventually, what did he do, Katerina?
He filled it up and he gave it to the bear and he got a surprise and it was a big carrot.
That's right. So that's it. So the rabbits love carrots, right? The bear had told the rabbit, if you fill the bag, I'll give you a gift. And that was a big, nice carrot, juicy. So when he filled it up, he brought it to the bear. The bear gave him the gift. But the cute part about the story is also that in the corner, when the bear and the rabbit were talking, there was also the wolf, who was also mean. And he overheard what the bear said. So he went and got a little bag for himself, smaller than the rabbit's, and he also put some pebbles in it. So when the rabbit left, the wolf brought that little bag and said, "Bear, I have put some pebbles in my bag. I did some good things." And the bear said,
"You are a very nice wolf."
Very, very nice wolf.
Did he get a prize?
He got a prize too. Everybody gets a prize. If you try just even a little bit to be good, you get a prize right away. When you do something good one time, you already got a prize. But you have to make a habit out of it. So the best part of the story is that when the rabbit left, he was never able to do anything bad anymore. Because what?
He unlearned the bad thing.
Bravo, Catherine remembers. Because he had unlearned all the bad things by doing good things. So he had become a beautiful rabbit instead of a mean rabbit. So that's what we have to do. We have to unlearn the bad things that we have learned to do. Because naturally we are good. We do good things, right? All the time. And then once in a while on the TV, on the radio, on the computer, with our friends, we learn some bad things. And then we practice it and we become master at bad things. And then it's very difficult to change until you decide that you're going to stop it and you're going to reverse it, go the other direction, and continue doing good things. So the best way of unlearning bad things is what?
Unlearning them.
Doing good things. Very good. May God bless you. We'll have a procession of the icons at the end. You repeat with me. As the prophets beheld, as the church received, as the teachers dogmatized, as the universe has agreed, as grace has shone forth, as truth has been proven, as falsehood has been disproven, as wisdom has been presented, as Christ has rewarded. This is what we believe. This is what we declare. This is what we preach. Christ our true God. And we honor His saints in words, in thought, and in sacrifices, in churches, and in icons. Christ we worship as God and Master, and His saints we honor as true servants of our same Lord. And accordingly we grant them veneration. This is the faith of the apostles. This is the faith of the fathers. This is the faith of the Orthodox. This is the faith which has established the universe. Therefore, with brotherly and filial love, we praise these preachers of piety for the glory and honor of their own pious struggle for the faith, and we say, eternal be their memory of the defenders of orthodoxy, pious sovereigns, holy patriarchs, hierarchs, teachers, martyrs, and confessors. Today salvation have come to the world. Let us sing the author of life, who is risen from the grave. For by vanquishing death by death, he has given us victory and great mercy.